And welcome, everybody. Waffle board breakers, where are you? Step right up. We got some fun tonight. This is our ceremonial box number 700. 700. We've been going strong for several 2.5 years now. It's 3 years now. Going strong. Thank you, everybody who's been here from the beginning, as well as everybody we picked up along the way. Very great break room, good break community. You guys at this point in time are like family to me. I celebrate all your hits, and of course I empathize with all the losses. I know the droughts, I know the heaters, but I'm always rooting for you guys. Never rooting against anybody. Every jersey is here to be hit. I don't. Obviously some I miss more than others, but you guys deserve every hit you get. I'm always happy to see these great jerseys get into some good hands. You guys have supported me from the get-go. Obviously, I've been with you guys in break rooms long before Waffle Board Breaks was up and running, and I'm sure hopefully whenever we end, obviously we'll still be in other break rooms as well. But like I said, I was just watching Nick over and whatnot hit some really nice jerseys tonight. Obviously, Big Al's doing his East Coast stuff. He had some jerseys come out last night. He's got 2 more tomorrow, so get over there. Of course, Daryl's jerseys. Obviously, today he had the Zane Perek, and then he's got another claim that was today. So I guess that'll break Thursday, maybe. Not sure when that is. Thursday. So good luck to everybody that's over in that break, as well as myself over there. I got to root for myself as well over there. But I'm not in these breaks here with you guys. Some of these jerseys are straight out of the PC. Some of these are exactly the same model that I have in the PC. Some of them I picked up for you guys because I know some of your likes and your teams and who you be chasing. So it's a great bunch that's boxed up here still. Down to 34 boxes, obviously. 34 tonight, 33 will Thursday, and then, of course, we'll be down to 32 and 31 will be the boxes on Sunday, the double box. So that'll get us down to 30 going into next week. So here we are, 34 tonight, 33 Thursday, 32 and 31 on Sunday. So absolutely crazy. Just like that, we're down to 30 boxes left. I'm going to break it up next week. I can only do one on Wednesday the way it's going to fall. I have a bunch that have to go to JSA, so they will be back to me as fast. So we may even have to take a 1 week intermission, depending how fast they get to me, because I'm sending about 8 or 10 to JSA. So there's the bulk of our reload. I do have some other stuff in-house. I got a couple here ready. Another couple more that are on the way that don't need COAs because they already have them. But other than that, like I said, I got the bulk of them are going out to JSA. Some real good stuff for you guys. So be prepared. Be prepared for the stuff that's coming because it's going to be fun. I mean, all these breaks, all these reloads are fun for me. But this has got I decided to go big or go home. I got some monster coming. So but it's some really good stuff. Some stuff we haven't seen before. Always try to find that for you guys. And we got some big stuff coming. So tonight, we'll see. Like right now, the way I did it, obviously, this is box 700. So I wanted to have some giveaways to get back to you guys because you guys are great. Kept me going so far. Box 17, of course, is a trigger box. Box 17 on the top there. That's our oldest box. That is a trigger box. If that box hits, we'll open another box completely at random. But I'm going to do something a little special tonight as well. That is our trigger box. But I also have a couple freebies. I have a nice autographed puck and 8x10, autographed 8x10. We're going to give away both of those after we've done the boxes. So the first one is the puck, which is a nice Alex Killorn 2020 Stanley Cup champions. That's got a Kojo's COA. So that's a nice legit Alex Killorn autographed 2020 Stanley Cup champions. And then the second one is a nice Dave and Adams That is Philip Forsberg with Team Sweden. That's Philip Forsberg, obviously Team Sweden. Obviously, David Adams, COA on the back. Philip Forsberg. So that's two nice pieces that are going to be given away after we do the box or boxes, depending on how that goes. But like I said, box 17 is a trigger box. I can't just give away two boxes completely for free without that. So, but what I did today for you guys, this is going to be fun. I decided to make half the jersey boxes trigger boxes. So it really depends on what hits, obviously, before it can be a trigger box. But like I said, I don't mind giving away a monster, but I can't give away two. So the trigger boxes would obviously trigger a second box completely free, which I don't mind. But it's only half the boxes. So we have 34 boxes. What I did with the list was I highlighted, and like I said, they're all boxes between spots between $5 and $8. So obviously our big monsters are not trigger boxes, but they can be the second box. So I will not begrudge whoever hits the freebie box if we are able to hit one of these 17 trigger boxes. So 17, of course, is a trigger box. And tonight for box 700, I decided to make half the boxes trigger boxes. So, I mean, just there, I didn't want you guys to think that was, I'm not lying. Those are highlighted. That's the spots that are all trigger boxes. Look at that. The oldest 5 boxes are all trigger boxes. So the oldest 5 boxes, and then of course there's some boxes there. The entire run there is a trigger box. That's June's entire run. And then of course there's some from the last 2 reloads as well. So like I said, I'm not begrudging whoever hits from that freebie box if we hit one, but I can't make obviously the first box, depending what that is. If it's one of our bigger jerseys, I can't just give away a second box. If it's 2 monsters, I'd be out 2 monsters. So, but I would be willing to give rid of monster. So, like I said, that first box is going to be a trigger box if it's one of those 17. So, 50-50 shot. I got to give you guys a 50-50 shot that it'll be a trigger box. So that's pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that in any other break room. Obviously, I mean, breakers, we can't just keep giving away 2 jerseys. Though, as you guys know from the past, this is box 700 tonight, but it's also jersey 725. So we've had 25 double boxes. Package, 2, mid to lower, level jerseys. And, if the box has both jerseys, we have 2 winners those nights. We haven't done that in a while. It's been tougher and tougher as the jersey prices have shot up, pretty steadily. It's tough to put two jerseys in a box. I mean, if you're paying, between, 100 and 120 for a jersey, you can't have 2 of them pop out at the same time. And obviously your bigger name jerseys, run, mid 150, even 200, depending where you're getting and what you're snagging them for. So it's tough to do that, but I like to give away to you guys as much as I can. You guys are a great family. I don't mind giving away, of course, the great, certified with the COAs, obviously the Kaloran Stanley Cup champion puck, as well as the Philip Forsberg autographed 8x10 Team Sweden. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, he was a draft pick of the Capitals, and then he was traded rather quickly to Nashville, where he's been ever since. I think I'm trying to see what that might be junior. No, I can't tell. I mean, maybe it's the World Championships. Obviously, it doesn't have. I mean, obviously, it's got the corporate names on the sleeves, from Team Sweden, but that's their regular Team Sweden night jerseys. But obviously, it looks like they're playing Finland in the picture. But there's no insignia about which tournament that is. But obviously, he has the cage. I don't know if that's when he was young in juniors or just drafted, but that's going to be given away completely free. Still a fantastic score. Obviously, he's had some amazing years. I've had him in my fantasy league for quite some time, and I'm a Phil Forsberg fan. I watch the Preds games because I love to see him play. Obviously, they got a great team. They have had Saros and Yossi, and they have had some great players over the years. But Philip Forsberg has been one of their consistent goal scorers for quite some time. So the puck and the 8x10 definitely will be given away after we do the jersey. The jersey is going to be the big thing. If we hit 17, but not just 17, if we hit 17 or one of the other 16 jerseys I have designated as trigger jerseys, we open up a second box completely free. So that's on you guys. I don't mind. Like I said, I'm not going to feel bad whatever comes out because that'll be the jersey that hit that night. Obviously, the secondary jersey is not as high value, but still, like I said, every spot that's highlighted is between the $5 to $8 spots. So there's no garbage spots. So and like I said, you guys are in line for a big night. Obviously, we'll have. I'm not going to begrudge anybody that hits multiple times. We have 12 different people in tonight. That's why I think it's great for the giveaways. We can possibly spread it around, but some of you guys have multiple spots. Some of you guys have a bunch. Daryl came in and grabbed a bunch. Brett G has some. So if you guys hit multiple times with the giveaways, I have to give it to you guys. I'm not going to begrudge anybody for hitting multiple times. If you hit both boxes, if we hit 2 and both the 8x10 and the puck, that's just the way the randomizer goes. I can't begrudge anybody from getting hot like that. So, but like I said, the luck is in your corner if you hit multiple products, even in the giveaways. So, not gonna preclude anybody from me. Like I said, you say you win the puck and you'd rather have hit the 8x10. Not gonna have anybody upset that they hit both of those. So that's them. Like I said, we have 12 different people. Greg K's in tonight. Thomas M, Nick F, Big Al, Brett G, and Jake G, father son. Ash D's got a spot. Daryl L's got a bunch. Steve S grabbed his couple Islanders. Mike Z's got a spot. Jake G, as he said. Dale C grabbed a couple. Just basically get ready to close us out. He did close us out. Grabbed the Grubauer and the what's the other spot? The Bill Barber. So there you go. He grabbed the final spots to close us out. CK's got a couple. I think that's everybody. So it's like I said, 12 different people. So good luck to everybody. If you hit multiple, stuff tonight, you hit jerseys, you hit freebies. I also will be shipping out. I have I'm not going to give it away randomly, but one of the people that wins one of the freebies also will win I have a Kyle Turris Ottawa Senators custom jersey that's been sitting on the shelves for a long time, and I feel box 700 is a good enough time to hit that. So, but I'm not going to say who's getting it. It's going to be shipped out randomly to one of the other winners. That's the Kyle Turris Ottawa Senators custom jersey. So basically, we're kind of giving away a hat trick with the Turris jersey, as well as a nice Stanley Cup puck and a nice Philip Forsberg 8x10. So it's kind of like a hat trick is being given away completely free. But I'm not going to random the jersey. I'd rather just send it on its merry way. So somebody that wins the puck or the 8x10 will also receive the Kyle Turris jersey. Just to have decided one. I'll probably do that randomly on my own. So we'll see how that goes. But good luck. Like I said, you guys are a great community. I think you said I try to keep it fun here. We're about a little over a month away from the start of the regular season. I think on the 29th of September. Obviously, even less than that before the preseason games start. So I have to check to see what the package. I think they automatically renew it. I think that's what happened last year. But like I said, I didn't fight them because you obviously get a little discount. I think if you get in early. But I'm more than happy to have the package renewed because the hockey, like I said, it tends to be my good night moon. I watch whatever the Bolts are on or whatever other players in the Eastern and Central time zones I want to watch. And then I throw on those late night games and I definitely fall asleep probably in the middle of the second period at the earliest or latest. Get to see some McDavid and Dry. Get to see some of the young Ducks. Obviously the Sharks with Celebrini. Obviously the end of the road for Kopitar last year. This is like I said, the West Coast games. You watching the horrendous Canucks, even though I love some of their players. but watching the Western time zone teams could be a chore. But that was kind of my soothing goodnight moon. That was the music to my REM sleep. But so I probably in my subconscious probably watched a lot of the McDavid Art Ross winning points. So because I knew he piled up a lot of points against some really bad teams last year. And like I said, the Western Conference had like 16 of the top 18 or 19 scores in the league. So those games were like pinball machines out there, watching the dregs of the league get whooped up on by the dominant. Obviously the Avalanche put up pinball numbers against teams. Oilers did, but some of those games the West Coast teams play each other. That's when you get those 7-5, those 9-7 games, like those Ducks and the Sharks, and like those teams. Those are entertaining. They're fun games. I wish I was more conscious, probably, but my subconscious enjoyed some of the West Coast games. So, but we'll say, like I said, you get used to seeing the wars from the Eastern Conference teams. Obviously, the Panthers and the Bolts have been at war for half a decade, and of course, watching the Eastern Conference, the original 6 teams. Those games are always going to be tough. Hawks, Red Wings, Leafs, Rangers, Bruins. It's just the Montreal. Seeing the games in the East, they've just been wars. So. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, we're getting closer and closer to the NHL season. There's not many free agents left. I'm seeing articles about some of the guys that need to get signed still. There's at least a half dozen guys that can contribute across the board, depending if they end up in the right situation. So, but like I said, I always want to see what's the next rumor that comes up. But other than that, like I said, just 1 in 34 tonight, box odds. That's about as good as you're going to find anywhere in the interwebs. Most others are in the 40s or even up to 50, but it's 1 in 34 is just to get back to you guys. And like I said, we might do 2. We'll see. 50-50 shot. We're going to do 2 boxes tonight. So that's usually the norm. Box 17 is usually our only trigger box, but all 5 of those boxes on the left side are trigger boxes tonight. The bottom 3 in the middle are trigger box. The bottom 4 in the middle are trigger boxes. All 5 on the left are trigger boxes. Then 4 in that right column and 4 on the shelves. So I had to spread around pretty good. So we'll see what comes up, which box we open up. It's gonna be fun. Like I said, it's nervous for me too. Like I don't mind, giving away, a monster if we have to. But it could be the first box. It could be the monster. But we'll see what goes with that. And then, of course, stick around if you're watching with sounds. We have 2 nice giveaways. And, of course, somebody's going to get the Kyle Turris free of charge as well. But, like I said, I'm not going to give that away random. Like these are 2 fantastic items. The Killorn Stanley Cup Championship puck. You can just say that. Smells like a nice puck. Stanley Cup Playoffs 2020. This is Kojo sticker, an NHL sticker. Stanley Cup Playoffs. Alex Killorn. That's going to weigh to somebody tonight. Very nice. Anybody didn't see it earlier. The Philip Forsberg on Team Sweden. It's an 8x10 David Adams COA. So those will be given away after we do the box or boxes. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm not rooting for or against, but like I said, half of the boxes, 34 boxes, 17 of them are labeled as trigger boxes. So anybody that didn't see the earlier video, I highlighted 17 of the boxes. Those 17 will trigger a free box. So no matter what happens, if one of those 17 hits, we will open up a second box completely free. I wanted to give that to you guys as well as these freebies. Celebrate box 700. Of course, like I said, this is box 700 and box 7 or jersey number 725. So even if we just hit the one box. That'll be jersey number 725 as well as box 700. It's pretty round numbers. I mean, there's no real significance to that, but yeah, you're very much welcome. Like I said, you guys are a great break family, break community. You guys support me, through thick and thin, through our slow months, summer months. It can be a bit of a slog. We've had times where when I've gone away, we take a little breaks. We're probably going to take a break in a couple of weeks, just for a week, which is right before the season, because I don't think I'm going to have the jerseys back for the reload. I'm sending a big box out to JSA, and I don't think I'll have them back. So we're going to do 2 this week, then the double box on Sunday, and then we're going to just do 1 next Wednesday, and then the double box the following Sunday, and maybe 1 the following Wednesday. So that should have enough time. If we need to take a 1-week break, that's what we'll do. Like I said, I don't often take breaks, but that may have to be the case because I can't go down to the mid 20s. I mean, we'll be down to 30 after Sunday, and then of course we're gonna do another 3 that gets down to 27. We'll see. I might have to take a break the following week, so I might maybe do 2 next week that gets down to 26. We'll see. I'm playing it by ear at this point in time. We're definitely going to do, I think, 1 next week in the double box, of course, on Sunday. We're not changing that. So that'll be an opportunity for you guys with great odds to hit 2 jerseys on Sunday. So stick around. Like I said, we'll do the giveaways. Whether we're doing the second box, we'll do that first. And then, of course, we'll do the puck and the 8x10. So let's get going to it. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate the continued love and support. 700 boxes strong, 725 jerseys at least. We'll see what comes out tonight. So it's my dice and my list, my box list. I said, let me just confirm that I have the right names here. It should be 34, and there are. So 34 names are on a separate tab, and we will random both the freebies to the 34 names. If you have multiple spots, you have multiple chances to win the freebies. So we'll do that. Like I said, even if the same name hits both freebies, that's the way it is. But we'll do a random, we'll do 7 times the names to come up with the winner. But 5 times our dice to see what we're going to come up with. So let's do that first. Okay. 5 times, 5 or more on the die roll to see which box we're going to open. So not just 17 trigger boxes, 17 of these jersey numbers, these box numbers are trigger boxes. So I don't want to read off which ones. I'm going to have to look at the sheet to let you know. But like I said, all 5 boxes on the left, the bottom 4 in the middle, and then 4 from both the right column and the shelves. So that's the way it's going to be. 17 of the 34 are trigger boxes tonight as a thank you from me to you. So we'll see what happens. Good luck, everybody. 5 or more on the dice roll, and that's 11 times the list. Here we go. Buckle up. 11 times the list. Whatever box comes up first after 11 times is the box we're opening. Let's see what we got. Good luck, everybody. It's going to be fun. Okay, 1. 34 boxes, just the way it's supposed to be. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the box we're going to open tonight could be the first box we open, but the box we're going to tonight is going to be box number 54. 54 is from the second to last reload. Let me see. 54. Okay, we don't know. We'll see. 54 could be a trigger box. There's 4 of those. What is that? 10? 4 to the 9. 4 to the 10. 3, 6. 4 of those 10 are trigger boxes. 11 times 54. 11 times box 54. Okay, very good. Let's do it. Okay. Let me back that out so we don't have that box in there anymore. So no matter what, whether it's Thursday or whether it's tonight, I have to get that out. Okay. Box 54. Okay, very good. Box 54, you can see that. Okay. Box 54. Okay. Okay. So don't forget, box 54. If it's one of 4 boxes in that run, it's a trigger box. We will do another box completely free. So good luck, everybody. Let's see what we got. Let me see what we got. Where's my list? Let me see what we got. Where's my trigger boxes? Okay, okay. Good luck. Good luck. The trigger boxes in this run: Bill Barber, Travis Konechny, Jake Gensel, and Philip Grubauer. If it's one of those 4, we will open up another box right away. So good luck, everybody. Box 54 is going to be... Oh, it's a trigger box. Philip Grubauer, Closer Mojo. There it is. Closer Mojo comes into play, and it's the trigger box. Philip Grubauer. Very, very nice. Let me show you a list just to confirm. Philip Grubauer. Where is that? Philip Grubauer is a trigger box. Congratulations, everybody. Another box will be opened up completely free as a thank you from me to you guys. There we go. Philip Grubauer on the Fanatics Under Wraps Seafoam Green Kraken-eyed logo. The big S Fanatics. That's the alternate reverse retro 2.0, I think. There we go. Big time. You guys want big time? We got big time. Philip Grubauer is a Closer Mojo spot, and it's a trigger box. So before we get to the free puck and the free 8x10, we're gonna do the second box right now. So good luck, everybody, with that. Congratulations. Let me see. We had the Closer Mojo. That, of course, goes to Dale C. Dale C swooping in, grabbing the Grubauer. Closer Mojo exists. And, of course, it's one of the trigger boxes. So everybody, congratulations. Let's get going. Okay. Congratulations. Dale steps up. Congratulations, Dale. Closer Mojo works. And you may hit again. See, you got 2 spots. So trigger magic. Let's see where we go. Let's get my list back up. Like I said, we're just going to do 7 times the list of names. Oh, no, they're going to do the box. We're going to do the box. We're going to random 5 or more, 4 box. This is not giving away the 8x10 right now or the puck. This is for another box, completely free, 5 or more on our die roll. So let's do it. Here we go. Back to our die roll. 5 or more boxes here in order. Of course, now there's 33 of them. So that definitely double box tonight. Here we go. 5 or more on our dice roll. 4 is no good. 5 or more. It is 8 times. 8 times the die roll. 8 times the lists. Good luck, everybody. Like I said, Grubauer is now gone. And then we got another box completely free because I love you guys so much. Let's do it. You want big time? WAFFLEBOARD Breaks got big time. Congratulations. 8 times the list. 1, 33 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the second box is going to be box number 60. 60 it is. 8 times box 60. 8 times box 60. Okay, that's our free box. Let's get back that. Let me get that out. Box 60 is our second box. Let me back that number out so it's not there for Thursday. So just like that. So that's why I have to adjust my schedule Definitely can't do 2 boxes next week. Now we're doing just 1 on Wednesday. But mathematically, that works. So let me see. Here's my dice roller. Click that out. Box 60 it is. Box 60. And then the same run. Let me see. Yes, I believe it is. There you go. This is box 54 hits. That was the Philip Grubauer. And this is box 60. Box 60. Box 60 should be the bottom? No, second last. 60 and 61. Here we go. Box 60 it is. Oh, so much fun. So much fun. Giving away freebies. Because then we got the, make sure we got the puck and then the 8x10. And somebody's going to get a Kyle Turris Ottawa custom jersey shipped to them. It's going to be with one of those. So we'll see. Hopefully you didn't jinx yourself. Let me see, guys. No one in this run. Let me see. Where we go? Yeah. Ooh. Oh, you were in here. Let me see. Box 60 it is. Good luck, everybody. Completely free as a thank you from me to you guys for box 700. This is box 701, and this is actually jersey 726. So box 60 will give us, grew out of the way a little bit. There we go. We got to start around the room here. Box 60. Let me see what we got. Box 60 is, woohoo! This is a beautiful jersey. It's going to a good home. L-Rob, Larry Robinson, LA Kings. There we go. Look at that. Larry Robinson, JSA COA. I believe it was one that I sent out and got back. JSA COA. Unbelievable. Gorgeous Larry Robinson. Man, it's been a Kings kind of week, man. Or 2-week run. We gave away the Rudy. We gave away the Robitaille. Now we're giving away the Larry Robinson. Beautiful Sig. L-Rob on the CCM. Old school. That's a legit old school Masca CCM tag. Not one of the new retro style. Old school LA Kings. No fight strap from the CCM Mascas. Very, very nice. LA Kings, you're very welcome, Daryl. Daryl's the winner of the L-Rob. Congratulations. L-Rob comes out freebie with the Grubauer. So there we go. You guys deserve those hits. Congratulations, Dale. Congratulations, Daryl. The D's are having it tonight. And then, of course, we're going to do the 2 freebies. First, we're going to do the Alice Killorn 2020 Stanley Cup puck. It's going to be our first giveaway. So everybody's eligible, including Dale and Daryl. But whatever name comes up at the top of the list after 7 randoms will win the Killorn puck. We'll do that again 7 times. Whoever comes up after 7 times wins the Philip Forsberg 8x10, either junior or world championships. Very much he looks looking pretty young in the picture anyway, but I've seen his SIG on a bunch of stuff, and that's an interesting looking SIG, probably early in his career. So here we go. Let's get my list back up. Okay, we're not going to die roll. Just going to do 7 times the names, and whoever's at the top after 7 will get the puck. And we'll do that again with the list. Whoever's at the top after 7 times, list of the names in order. They're all here, including L-Rob and Grubauer. Larry Robinson is there. Grubauer is there. Every name is on the list. All 34. Good luck tonight. Let's do this. Congratulations to our winners. Let's do it. 7 times the list. Good luck, everybody. This is for the puck. Alex Killorn autograph puck 34 times. There we do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the winner of the Alex Killorn puck is going to Andrew Mangiapane. And said that jersey's come out recently in one of these rooms. Andrew Mangiapane came out in Big Al's on the East Coast stuff just a couple days ago, yesterday, I guess. Andrew Mangiapane, whoever has that spot, is the winner of the Alex Killorn 2020 Stanley Cup champion puck 7 times. Andrew Mangiapane. Let me see. That spot tonight, that's Greg K. Congratulations, Greg K. Andrew Mangiapane has hit you the Alex Killorn 2020 Stanley Cup champion puck. Okay, let's back that list out again. We're going to do it 7 times again. This is for the Philip Forsberg, Team Sweden, 8x10, David Adams, COA. 7 times the list. The top name after 7 will win the Philip Forsberg 8x10. So, as a thank you from me to you guys. You guys are the best break family we got. Congratulations, everybody. 34 names. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the winner of the Philip Forsberg 8x10 is the Jake Gensel spot. Jake Gensel, my boy, 7 times. Jake Gensel, the spot for that will be, who is the Gensel spot? Thomas M. Congratulations, Thomas M. You got some prayer and love coming your way. Thomas M. hitting the Philip Forsberg. Congratulations, Thomas M. Philip Forsberg. Congratulations. Real nice. So thank you. Very, very nice. There's the 8x10. There it is. 8x10. Going to Greg K. Philip Forsberg. That's the Killorn puck and the Philip Forsberg 8x10. Going to Thomas M. Some Preds love. There you go. Team Sweden. Philip Forsberg. Score extraordinaire. Very, very nice. Congratulations, everybody. Daryl and Dale. And then Greg K. and Thomas M. Congratulations. 4 different winners. So got a freebie jersey, got a freebie puck, a freebie 8x10. You guys are the best. I appreciate the continued love and support. Hope everybody's back here on Thursday. I will throw the spot price preview back up, minus both jerseys. I guess this stuff ready to ship out. Somebody also received the Kyle Turris Ottawa custom. One of these is going to get packed up with that. I haven't figured out who yet, but I'll random that as well. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy your hump day, and I'll see you guys back here Thursday night to do it again. Box 700, box 701, just like that in the book. Congratulations, everybody. So 2 nice hits, 2 nice giveaway. Like I said, it's a great jersey. Sorry to see it go, even though it's a freebie. But you guys are great. You guys deserve it. So thank you. Congratulations, Thomas and Greg and Daryl and Dale. You guys are great. I'll see everybody back here on Thursday nights. Enjoy your Wednesday, and then we will do it again. So till then, spots went live today on eBay. Of course, I'll end the Grew and the L Rob, and then everything will be there to be bid on. Like I said, we'll be down to 32, of course, on Sunday after we get rid of a box on Thursday night as well. So thank you, everybody, very much. WAFFLEBOARD Breaks has some cleanup here to do and get ready for Thursday night. Till then, WAFFLEBOARD Breaks is out. Take care, guys. Thank you very much.